Yo, yo, yo. Welcome everybody. Salute. Welcome back. Been a couple days since my last episode. And this video is actually focused on and dedicated to something that happened 2 days ago. But I'm just now being able to make this content and get to it. But still focusing on the MLB as it continues to provide us with opportunities in advantageous positions, as well as being some of the best evidence to show people how gematria continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. When applying it correctly and having a focused mindset and a very very um, you know intricate goal, uh, and just working towards that. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. Salute to everybody. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the work, please click that subscribe button and don't forget to click that like. It's absolutely free. And in spite of all the YouTube censorship and as well as all the other things which can be put under the umbrella of censorship with the haters, the trolls, the people that are envy and jealous of what we're doing, it all goes under the same umbrella. So if you're not one of those, just click that like button. It's very very much appreciated and it costs you absolutely nothing. So as I always do when I get up on YouTube and talk about a video, talk about our accomplishments, our accolades, our achievements, I always like to focus on as well as the testimony, the evidence, and you know the um, the feedback that comes in immediately after a game, a pick, or whatever, a prediction. So as you if you're not already familiar, my community section is also one of the most active. I'm constantly posting feedback in there, testimony, and actual messages from the community as it continues to grow, right? So if you're going over to my community section, I posted this, I believe, 8 hours ago, right? So congrats, members and community. Another perfect day, perfect underdog, as well as a 3-0 day overall, including some of the other observations and opportunities that I advise my members and my community on. Okay. Again, the picks are always 100% clear. There's no room for misinterpretation or confusion. It's laid out very very directly which way I'm leaning and what game to specifically attack. Right. So on April 26th, this was the game that we decided to attack very very early, and because of it, we were in the driver's seat not only for that specific day, but just continuing on for the rest of the week, right? Whenever you have a day when you're able to attack multiple games in multiple different ways, it's very beneficial for your, like as I said, your overall goal, your overall ROI, productivity, and just being like and just showing progress, right? It's a boost to the confidence level as well. So there's many many benefits from having a day like that day. But obviously, so some of the other things, this is a ticket of the actual advice I was giving out. Obviously, you see this 3-leg parlay that paid out over 3-1, right? The game of the day was the Cincinnati Reds to defeat the Texas Rangers. Okay. This was the pick of the day. It was the direct prediction given to my community members, laid out specifically with a very very detailed decode, um, and you know format for why we decided to attack that specific game. As you guys can see, the Cincinnati Reds were a pick 'em at that point, but earlier on in the day, they were as high as plus 120 as an underdog, which were at the time, which is what they were, right? These other two additional games were games that, because as you can see, the lines are so high at minus 190, minus 225. These would never be games that I recommend to my community for a bunch of different reasons. Um, However, I did point out specific things for the Toronto Blue Jays on why I felt very, very confident that they would defeat the Chicago White Sox. And because of my expertise, I was able to throw another game in there, obviously, that I felt very, very confident about. Um, but again, these lines are so ridiculous, it would never be a game I recommend or I give out. So I decided to pair it with my most confident play of the day, which was the Cincinnati Reds. Just so happened to bring a return of plus 330, a little bit above 3.3 ROI, and in some cases people were able to get 4x return on their money. So that was nice. It's amazing and incredible. Obviously, we have some feedback coming in immediately. Thank you, brother Vic. Keep leading us to the bag. And salute, Victor. Thank you for your continuous hard work and effort. Right. So there's no reason to take my word for it. Right. You can see I support the evidence. I definitely practice what I preach. Right. I am a product of what I try to put out there and promote, which is using this knowledge to directly take advantage of it. Right. So you see, these are the things that I do. Throughout my community section, you'll see tickets, receipts, testimony, feedback, so on, so forth. So yeah, that it was a great day. There was multiple different tickets, multiple different ways to attack it, and just glad that we were on the right side of it, right? So congratulations to the community as a whole, everybody who supports me directly or indirectly, whatever it may be. It's much appreciated. Okay, so now I'll get into right now. I'll summarize why exactly we decided to attack that game generally. Um, but if you're not already a member, you need to get into what we're doing, and you're already down massive units. Okay, if you don't know what a unit is, it's basically a bet, right? The size of a bet. Uh, so yeah, let's get into what we did. Why we decided to attack this game. Okay. So let me bring up the game for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, boom. So we had the Cincinnati Reds to defeat the Texas Rangers, as you guys can see, April 26th, which was 2 days ago. So this video is a little late, but it is what it is. Just to show you guys, right, one of the most important things that we loved, and I'm highlighting it right here, was this away record that we saw potentially for the Texas Rangers, right? Obviously, with this defeat, they became 6-6 in their away record, okay, which is exactly what we wanted to see, for multiple reasons. So if you're not familiar already with gematria, what is breaking it down simplistically, what it is it attaches a number value to letters and words. So basically, it's a numerical code that's synced with the English alphabet and language. And this is what I use to show people how professional sports is continues to be rigged by this code, and using it correctly and very, very focused, you're able to show people at a very, very high rate of consistency, at least for myself, how obvious these scriptings actually are. Just focusing on the synchronicities and the patterns, right? Very, very important to recognize the patterns that continue to go on. So the 6-6 is what we wanted to see, and I'll show you guys why that is exactly important. Okay, so when we bring up the gematria calculator, and again, sometimes you'll have this this full circle moment of where things just happen to come together the right way, and it'll even be something on the surface. So Texas became 6-6 in their away record, um, which is exactly like we wanted to see, like the number 66, because Cincinnati, which is their opponent, Texas Rangers versus the Cincinnati Reds, Cincinnati equals 66 in reverse reduction. Okay. Not only that, just factoring in Texas, it equals 66 in reverse. Okay. So these two teams have this direct connection to the number 66, which, if it played out, and it did end up playing out exactly how we wanted to see, the Texas Rangers with a loss became 6-6 in their away record, right? When that is a number that these two teams share. I found it very, very ironic that it also happened on the 26th, right? So there's a couple different ways to observe that. Obviously, since we're talking about the number 6 and 6, right? You have the number 6 twice, right? So two sixes on the 26th, right? Which is kind of more surface level, but I speak about it and add that information in as well, just to show people how the universe can just be speaking to you in multiple different ways, and things happen specifically on that specific day for you know a bunch of different reasons, right? So on a 2-6 day, the 26th, you have the Texas team become 6-6 away, like 66, like two sixes, playing a 66 opponent, Cincinnati equaling 66, Texas itself equaling 66. And is that all an accident? Is that all coincidence? No, it's being able to identify a pattern, right? And synchronicity that is actually in play or happening, right? But we do it well before the game is underway, well before the game starts, so that we can take advantage of it. Okay, which is the whole point. So, um, can you guys hear me, or am I bugging out? Is there sound going on? Hello. Okay. So, yeah. On that note, I appreciate everybody for joining me. Hopefully, you were able to see exactly what I was speaking about and see the sync come full circle. Um, I appreciate everybody for joining me. Click the like button. Please help me get the video out. Share it, repost it. Put it on TikTok, put it on Facebook. It is what it is. But just getting the information out there, because as I've come to understand and realize, there are a bunch of people out there, some way more intelligent than myself, that just need that spark and that realization to notice what's going on, to take the work to the next level, or to just become a very, very important asset to the community or human civilization overall. Okay, so we're just trying to spark the right minds and get the right kind of people in this community. At the same time, I work very, very hard behind the scenes to keep my community very, very exclusive. I'm not out here, begging anybody to join up, or, in a rush to just take kind of the bottom of the barrel members, or individuals of society, right? We want the thinkers, we want the business minded people, we want the hustlers, we want the people that believe in hard work, the people that invest in themselves and invest in other things as well, the people who take into consideration ROI, return on investment, as well as believing in energy and stuff like that. So it's a bunch of different things, but I realize, and I'm perfectly okay with my community not being for everybody. There's a bunch of other cookie cutter platforms out there, that charge, pretty much uh, McDonald's Happy Meal prices for these cookie cutter decodes, these very, very subpar amateur decodes, and are not able to have profitable days, profitable years, profitable months, and so on and so forth. So you pretty much pay for what you get. Uh, and I've always believed in myself, and there's a bunch of people that have believed in me from day one. My work continues to speak for itself. I'm going on 4 years of putting this work together and presenting it, as well as showing people how to take advantage the right way. Um, so, I'm a very, very big proponent of practicing what you preach, doing what you say, saying what you mean, and being about actions and not, just words. So I appreciate you guys, as we love to say on my platform, Gematria at its finest, easiest 1, 2, 3. I'll quickly go through the chat and see. Rick James, I appreciate you for stopping on in. Salute to you. Everybody else, the mods in the chat, thank you. My family, my loved ones, my friends, the real ones out there, Mrs. Futures, Fabi, the number one gematria mascot in the world. Just everybody, appreciate you guys. Mr. Soul's in the building as well. Everybody, So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Big ups, big ups, big ups. And yeah, just like the video and repost it. Appreciate it. Salute. Take care.